What's going on, Mr. RapNerd? You gotta excuse me. I know the light is very poor, but I just had to get a quick video about this, man. I've watched this clip. If you don't know the clip I'm talking about, Jimmy Kimmel. There's a new Batman clip of Batman and Gordon in, at the jail, and it's just again masterful. I've watched it a gross amount of times, and I just love everything about it. I love how dangerous it feels. I love how personal it feels. I love the color grading. I love how gritty it is. I love the dialogue. It just works so much, man. Like, we started seeing it thrown in to what it looks like. The other police are separated from Gordon and Batman, and it makes, it's within context of that scene of Batman pushing his way through cops, and I just love the tension between them, because I don't think we've ever been able to see. I mean, we saw it in the Dark Knight trilogy a bit, but I mean, this is like a different level, because he's actually in the police station, and it's just crazy to see Batman in there. So you got that, and then you just have the exchange between them talking about, Batman's like, who's the mustache with the broken nose? And I just love how that line is even foreshadowing to him punching Gordon in a few seconds later. But and you just see them having this, this discussion, and you can see the disbelief in Gordon's face, where he's kind of just like, you think he's running with the Penguin at night? He works narcotics. And you just, and Batman's just like, you haven't seen what I've seen, Gordon. You're not on the streets like I am. You're on the streets, but you're not in the thick of it where they usually are. So, and I just love that this back and forth between them, and you really see the bond forming. Like, I wonder when this part of the movie is, because they definitely have a rapport, and they've definitely been working with each other. You can just tell by like how they talk. Just the fact that they're that close talking to keep the volume down so only they can hear it. You got to really have formed a bond with somebody to be that close to him. And again, it's just the body language. Like, Gordon feels comfortable around him, and Batman even feels, he looks uncomfortable, but you can just see the trust that he does have with Gordon. And just that little interaction just says so much about what this movie is going to be. I just love the dialogue, the way they're talking, and you just see Batman really trying to break the city down from the inside out to see what's really going on. And I just love it. And it's funny because people are like, why is he punching Gordon? I think he did it, for one, as a way to get out, because he knows the cops don't trust him. And I think he also did it to protect Gordon, in the sense of like, to show like the relationship isn't what it is, so people don't try and go after Gordon for whatever reason, or I just think he's trying to keep the relationship strained from the outside, even though they do have a working relationship. And I just think that's why he punched him. And it's so surprising, it caught me off guard. I was like, whoa, never seen that before. And he slams the door, runs out, and it's one of the small little cool things about, from what it looks like in this movie, but just that little clip of him running. I just love seeing that, because that's something we don't really see Batman do. I don't think we've ever seen Batman in any of these movies like just take off in a full sprint. And it's just dope that you can see the actual cape flying behind him. It's not CGI, which is dope. And one thing I was questioning too before seeing this clip is, I wonder how mobile he's gonna be. Oh, mobile. I couldn't resist, sorry. You couldn't. Time to go mobile. But because the suit looks, I was wondering how constricting it was, but seeing him take off running like that, I'm like, oh, he can move in that motherfucker. Like, he can move in that joint. So that makes me feel good, because a lot of the Batman suits that we've seen, you see the actors walking, you can kind of tell like it's really stiff and they can't do much of anything in it. So to see him book it like that, it just adds more to the realism of what this movie is gonna be. And I just, again, just seeing him run through that, through a police station, it's just dope. We don't see that. And then I love when he gets to the stairwell, and it's like he has some type of compartment to where the grappling gun just kind of forms, because he literally put his hand up and you see it like sling around his hand and form, and then he shoots it up. Dope detail, fire detail. I love it. I love it. I guess like a little .22. It's not like a really big gun. It's just a little .22 that just slings up from his wrist and he shoots his way up. I think that's fire. All of these elements, man, are just making for the best solo Batman movie. I'm sorry, you can hate me if you want, but I'm digging everything I see about this, man. Then he flies up to the roof and they're shooting at him. I just love the danger factor. I love how dangerous it is, even for Batman. Like, I've seen him get shot at like 20 times just throughout these teasers and trailers, so you can just tell that's why his armor is the way it is, because he gets shot at a lot. And oh man, I cannot wait for this movie, man. 2 more weeks, yo. 2 more weeks. And Michael's score that just has that intensity, that thrilling nature about it. It just adds to the danger factor, man. Camera work is great. Like, as he's flying up, you see the grappling gun go up, so you see him flying up from his view going up. You see it looking down of him coming at the camera, and then it switches back out to, what the onlookers see. And I just think that just adds so much depth to a shot like that, to where you see it from so many different angles, and it puts you in the shoes of so many people. Excellent filmmaking. Again, this movie is going to make people put respect on Matt Reeves' name. Not saying nobody didn't respect him, earlier than this, but he's always been one of my favorites that I've checked all his movies out, and I never heard his name being brought up a lot. So fantastic. 30 seconds and you get so much, man. I cannot wait. So, did you watch the scene? Let me know what you think about it. I know there's people out there trying to dodge spoilers. I'm taking in everything and give me all of this stuff, you know what I mean? So, I can't wait for the Batman, yo. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and until next time, peace. RapNerd Productions, no capping, that's word to mommy.